Hello, Georgie Burns here. I'd like to show you how I made this card using the Love What You Do stamp set, and we're just going to be using this image, the flower. And to do this I'm going to change the colour. I'm going to use mint macaron. So what you need is a piece of Whisper White cardstock, thick, measuring 6 1/8 by 5 7/8, and score it, do it this way, score it at 4 1/8 and fold it on the score line and burnish. I have wrote the measurements inside so I remember. You'll also need a piece of mint macaron at 5 5/8 by 3 7/8. Also a piece of Whisper White at 5 5/8 by 3 7/8. A piece of mint macaron at 1 3/4 by 5 7/8. No, sorry, 5/8. And a piece of designer series paper, and this is from, oh, why can I never remember the papers? Let's have a look. This is from Tranquil Textures designer series paper. Get it back on the chair. And I'm using the green, or the mint macaron, and also the seafoam one. On the other side of this is, oh, we both got, this is the blue and that's the green and blue. So, start again. You'll need this at 5 5/8 by 1 3/4, and a piece of designer series at 1 5/8 by 5 1/2. Another piece of mint macaron at 3 by 4, and a piece of designer series paper at 2 7/8 by 3 7/8. Also some scrap for the ovals. So to get started, we will stamp the flower so we can cut the oval out, and I'm just using Magenta Black. I've already mounted the stamp. So we'll just stamp that so we can cut the oval. I'm not going to clean that because we've got to use it again, but I want to cut the oval out first, and then just trying to make room to bring my big shot up, and I need that. To cut the ovals, we're going to use the stitch framelets, and we're going to use the largest oval stitch framelet and the largest scallop layering ovals framelet. We also want to do this lacy edge, and to do that we're using the delicate lace thinlets, and we're going to use that one. So we need that, and the white for cutting, and move the rest to the side. Move that to the side, bring my big shot up. And take you out. Ooh, 2 buttons, and I always get it wrong. So we'll do the ovals first. I'll do them one at a time. So that's that one nicely cut. Put that to the side. Then we need a mint macaron oval. Cut one of them. In the bin, keep that. And now this inside bit where we're going to place the lacy die, and just put it right to the edge. And I always tape it down, and I always put it to the edge of my mat. In a little bit. And wheel it through. I bring it back because of my tripod. I can't lift it out the other end. So you get a thin bit of die, paper should I say, and then lift that off. And with your die brush, give it a quick clean because you're going to be using it again on the other side. Nice. And I'll just empty that in the bin and do the other side. There is a few little bits still in there, but we'll get them out afterwards. I'll wheel that through. You don't need to do both sides because you won't be able to see it. But I've just done it. Oh. Throw that in the bin, take off the tape. That's come off really well. So while we're here, I shall poke out these bits that are stuck in. There we are. Put that one side. Give the die clean. Usually I clean it over the bin. There's a there we are. That away. Empty my tray and get rid of this. We no longer need this. rid of the little bits. And bring you back down. Put that in so I know how far to bring you down. That's it. Right. Now we will stick this bit on first, and all we want is just to stick it on just so that you have a nice mint macaron border each side. So not very equal. There we are. We can stick this inside the card. That's the inside done. And now we'll stick this designer series paper on its mat. And then stick it on the card. And then with this piece we'll glue them together. Could have done this off camera before I started. Watching me mat pieces together. Not much fun. And then this, if you put it so that you line it up with the edge of the lacy bit, and I can see a bit stuck in. That's it. And you'll know how much you've got to glue, so we know that we've got to glue. I've glued that the wrong way. Never mind, I can rub it out. So try and get equal distance either side of it and lay it down. Now if you're as silly as me and glue the paper on the wrong side, and just rub off. There we are. Rub off the measurements. See, no one knows that. So that is ready now for our oval, which we have to colour in, but we also have to stamp these flowers again. was a bit close. Let's try again. I only want the flowers. That's it. Right. And with mint macaron, blender pens, I have the light and the dark. I'm going to colour these in. And I'd like to thank you all for my get well messages. I am feeling a lot better. Not 100% yet, but getting there. I've been put on more antibiotics and steroids, but they're working. So with the dark, we'll just put in a bit of shading at the bottom of each flower. And use the bullet end of the light and just go across the top of the dark to blend it in. Right, and then we glue this on top of here. Mat it onto its scalloped oval. Now you could leave it just like that. That's a bit boring. So what we're going to do is colour all these in again, exactly the same way as you've done them, and cut each flower head out. I won't do that because I have already cut them out, coloured them and cut them out, and put dimensionals on. So what we're going to do is lay this flat on the card. So we'll put that down first, in the middle of our panel. Make sure it's straight, helps. Yeah. And then we stick these on top. I have to find the right flower to match them up with. I put the mini dimensionals on the back. There's 2 on the back of each flower. And this one goes here. And this one goes on here. So I haven't put a sentiment on this for the simple reason I didn't know what to put on it. So I am just leaving it blank. It can be used as a notelet, I suppose. You could write your message in there. Or when you want to use it, you could add one. So instead I put a bow. And here I put a burgundy bow. I don't have any mint macaron, so I'm going to use white ribbon. And I have this white organza ribbon, which I think is really pretty. It's not Stampin' Up, although Stampin' Up do one like this, a bit thinner. This one is, I believe, 3/8 of an inch. I could be wrong, I will check. A little bit big, need it a bit smaller. That's nice. And this ribbon is, doesn't actually say how wide it is. Oh, it's 5/8 of an inch. Wider than I thought. Right, with some sharp scissors, trim off the excess. Until I use this a lot, it's nearly done. Right, and with the glue dot, place a good glue dot on the back and just place it on your card. And there you have it, one Love What You Do card. I haven't added any gems, although it could, I think this one could do with gems. That one I didn't bother putting on, but this one I think needs some. Let me get my gems out. What should we do with it? Let's get some pearls on it. Let's see if I got some pearls. My bag of pearls. These ones. I think we'll just put, don't like that one, 3 pearls, let's put it in the middle. These aren't loose. 1, 2, and 3 pearls up. It's better. There we are, I think that looks better with a bit of gems on it. So there you have it. Hope you like it. If you do, give us a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of my videos, if you press the subscribe button and the bell next to it, you'll be notified of any more cards I upload. All I can say is thank you for visiting. See you again soon.